of a movie that soared at the Easter weekend box office. That's all coming up right now.
It's a great day, so make it everything you want it to be. It's yours and it's mine. It's a great day to shine.
Well, good Tuesday morning to you. It is April 22nd, Earth Day.
It is Earth Day, and boy, it is going to be a hot one today, a high of 93.
I can't believe it. I walked out the door this morning, I'm like, long sleeves, and it was already warm.
And you've got navy blue, which is a dark color.
Right.
The sun is just going to be like, Sally Shamrell, how are you doing today?
Right. So, as being real earth friendly, I'll go and crank up my AC in my car.
Rev your engine a little bit.
Right.
Get those fumes going.
Right. Well, we try. We try in small ways.
We do. We do.
And we have a little story coming up, and that's what it's about, is taking small steps.
Yes.
Not feeling like you have to make a big impact.
I know, but that's how we always feel, is everything is like way out here
Yeah.
instead of just like what can we do every single day that is so tiny and small, but actually does make a big difference. I mean, even just recycling. People underestimate the importance of just putting a plastic bottle in the recycle bin versus the regular trash.
I know. Well, all Amanda has been able to talk about today is Dancing with the Stars last night was apparently amazing.
It really was. Meryl Davis. Now, I'm not the biggest Dancing with the Stars fan, but last night I was like, all right, let's check this out. She was at the bottom of the leaderboard.
She was?
Last week.
Okay, because I always thought she was very good. She seemed very poised.
Yes, well, I mean, she's a figure skater. So you'd think that she would be a phenomenal dancer. Anyway, but yeah, something happened last week. She was at the bottom of the leaderboard, and then last night she came out with this tango that I truly watched it like 3 times. Like on my DVR, I'm like, rewind, watch, rewind. It was unbelievable.
Right.
I was very, very impressed. But if you missed it last night, we do have a little snapshot of the entire show, and we don't want to give away who left, but this video will tell you.
Drew and Cheryl.
Comedian and game show host Drew Carey survived 6 weeks of ballroom dancing competition. He and partner Cheryl Burke began their adventure with a foxtrot and ended it all with a tango.
I was really glad I did it, and I was really glad to have this little journey with Cheryl. She was great the whole time, and yeah, it was great. I mean, hats off to her. She pulled off a miracle every week teaching me how to dance. Honestly, it was she's like a miracle worker.
Cheryl says she enjoyed their time together.
I grew up kind of watching him, so to be able to dance with him and learn from him and how generous and kind he is, it's pretty amazing.
Now that his dancing days are done, will you use this in your stand-up?
Yeah, I already have a Dancing with the Stars bit. That's about 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. It'll probably end up being about 10 minutes of my act eventually. Yeah.
Is any of it repeatable here?
No. Oh, no. Yeah, it is. I said, many of you have seen me on Dancing with the Stars, or as I like to call it, dancing with women who are way out of your league.
The remaining teams had to skip the press line to immediately rehearse for next week's team dances. As it stands for this week, Meryl Davis and Maxim Shmerkovsky are in first with a perfect score for their tango. Amy Purdy and Derek Huff are a close second with 38 points for their jive. Danica McKellar and Val Shmerkovsky are tied for third with Charlie White and Sharna Burgess. They're followed by James Maslow and Peter Murgatroyd, Nene Leakes and Tony Dovolani, then Candace Cameron and Mark Ballas. 7 couples now remain in the competition, and next week is Latin Week with guest judge Ricky Martin. In Los Angeles, George Pinocchio for ABC News.
Oh, Ricky Martin's coming up next.
Hot stuff.
And I have to admit, I'm very impressed with Amy as well. She's the one that doesn't have the 2 legs. I mean, just the ability that she has.
Yeah.
And just the tenacity that she goes after these dances is an inspiration for all of us.
Right. You know what I love, too, about Dancing with the Stars is they take these classic dances and put them to modern music.
I know.
And so that's what's fun, too, like about Meryl's tango.
Yes, I did. I will admit, I did love the song, and it just worked perfectly. And maybe that's why I was like, rewind, because of the song.
You've grooved to the song.
Right. Well, coming up on the Morning Blend, we'll sit down with Tucson's favorite entertainment reporter and talk about the movie that begs the question, is heaven real?
Plus, right after the break, we'll gear up for Cinco de Mayo with a street fiesta. Find out about this family-friendly event coming up right after this.